Okay, let me get music going. Music, music, music. Music playing. I think the music's going. I sure hope it's going. Let's see. I use the same thing as last time, but I feel like it's less clear this time whether it's actually going. Music, music, music. Music, are you going? Turn on sound. Oh, let me move it back to the top. That's right. I pushed it down. There it is. Okay, yep. Music is playing. Just had to figure that out. Sorry. Ugh. All right. Let's get going then. I'm very tired today, but we gotta get stuff done. I was just doing some warm-up doodles. This is nothing. I don't want to keep that. Don't want to keep that right now. So I'm drawing concept art, ad promo art for my graphic novel. It's a graphic novel about my borderline personality diagnosis, as well as probably one of the most difficult years of my life, where I had a huge friendship breakup, fallout, and I was leaving an abusive relationship all at the same time. So I decided to write a story about that to kind of help me cope with that. So that's what that's about. And we're just drawing. I finished doing the storyboards for this graphic novel like last week, I think, and I have some friends that are going to be my beta readers. They're going to look through it, give me some tips on what to do differently, if there's anything that should be fixed before I start doing this stuff for real. Start drawing the pages for real. I'm hoping I can have it done by the end of this year. But we'll see. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of pages. So there's I use nature a lot as a grounding metaphor, emotional grounding for the main character. So I want to draw her in a nature shot. So the nature shot she grounds herself with is mountains. There's a mountain range. And when she's going through emotional stuff, she goes to therapy, but she does it online. She does virtual therapy sessions. And when she does that, she enters like this imaginary space in her mind, as if she's physically somewhere, but it's in a dream world. So there's a lot of clouds. She's floating up above everything, help her escape in order to get perspective. So I'm gonna implement some clouds, the mountains, and she's just gonna be there in the forefront of it. We'll have maybe some clouds over here somewhere. It'll be very dreamy. So let's see. It's hard for me to draw nature. I'm always a little unsure of what details to include. So we've got some. Let's make this. Oh, not like that. Let's just make it opaque. That's just my lazy sketch version. Now let's get to the real background stuff. So, mountains have lumps. Mountains always have lumps. I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with anything I'm doing already. Already I'm not completely satisfied. That's not good. This is why we have to practice. I need to find what style is gonna service the story. That's something. That's something indeed. Maybe if I started painting stuff instead of doing line art, maybe that would feel more satisfying to me. Maybe painting the mountains. Let's see. So, there's a lot of pinks and blues and whites, I think. It's like a good frosty color. Actually, it's a little more warm. Maybe like this soft color. Oh, wrong. Let me move that layer down. Drawing backgrounds is a struggle, but I really think backgrounds are important for storytelling, so I don't want to skimp on it. So I really got to figure this out. 'Cause mountains show up a lot in the graphic novel I'm making, so it's important that I get that part down. And then we can have shadows maybe be like this purpley color. This soft lilac. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe I'll use this little tool up here to get what I want. Let's do, I guess, big shadows first. Oops, that's not what I wanted to happen. It's supposed to be maybe like a sunset. That's kind of pretty. That's kind of pretty. Maybe I should put in some of the warm light as well. Let's go a little gold. Add that contrast in. Maybe that'll help me a little bit as well. I'm feeling a little lost on this. I'm feeling a little lost. Why does the image quality look like that? I don't know if that's not looking right. That's looking quite bad. It's not 1280 by 720. Huh. This all looks strange. Why? Huh. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. This did not do this last time. It was rather simple last time. I'm not sure why it's looking like that. Let me test something. Okay, that's looking normal. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I must be overthinking it. Okay, so this is an ambitious idea I'm doing, and I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed. Let's do not so detailed line work yet. Let's go to maybe we'll do the sky color first. Maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe that's what I want to do, actually. Blue, and then it's like even more striking, deeper blue. And then let's do a more pastel blue as well. And then let's do a Gaussian blur. Like so. And then I want to find this, it's like snow but a warm light on it. I want to find that it's lighter than that, I feel like. Yeah, maybe this color. Maybe this is the color for the snow on the mountains. Perhaps, perhaps. Okay, let's lay this base down. Let's see, I want the mountains to be about here. Mountain range, lift up. We got one that's a little tip like that. And just gonna scoop down to the bottom, like so. Hey, Crack Kato. Nice to see you. Where's my painting? Oh, it's underneath, so that's not gonna help. There we go. Paint stroke, gonna do paint stroke. Hi! I'm trying to figure out how to draw a mountain range for a background. And I did not realize how hard it was gonna be. I'm kind of struggling a little bit. But this is looking better. This is definitely looking better. I'm glad you saw this part and not what I was doing before. That's... yeah. Ooh, yeah. I gotta get better about drawing in shapes. Drawing in shapes makes things better. Makes it look... it's easier to break things down if you think about it in shapes. Which is what they teach you in art class, I guess. But I barely took any. I dropped out of my art minor because school's tough. Okay, and so here's the next part. I probably should build shadows and stuff, but what I actually want to do first is add the tree details and the bushes, because it seems almost kind of separate from visually what the shadows and lights are doing to the snow. So let's do that. It's kind of like this dark, almost like coffee ground color, it looks like. So let's try doing that. Oh, for sure, we'll just do our best. Yeah, honestly. At this point, I'm trying to like lean away from perfectionism. I'm trying to just get something completed. So I'm trying to stay motivated and focused on one project at a time as well. So this is my attempt to do that. Writing one story at a time. It is taking longer than I intended, mainly because the original plan was to hire an artist. But this project is too long, so it would be extremely expensive to hire a professional artist for this, so I just have to learn to draw myself now, and I'm hoping I can draw something that's good enough, that looks good enough. You misspelled the word bonus on your caption, FYI. Bonus is my last name, the B-O-U-N-O-U-S. I don't think it's pronounced that way traditionally. I think it's French. So it might be like Bonu. I don't speak French. I never took a French class, so I could be wrong. But I pronounce it bonus. But thank you. Thank you for trying to point that out. I do appreciate that. I do often misspell things, especially when I'm typing on my phone, because I got rid of autocorrect. I don't know why, and I don't know how to turn it back on, so. But yeah, bonus is my last name. And so yeah, I'm trying to find, ooh, okay, I think that's the color for the trees and the bushes. I think that's gonna look nice. A nice deep contrast to add a lot of details. This is the most detail-oriented part, so I'm trying to figure out where is a good place to start. Let's see, let's think. So maybe the ground, the base of where the mountains meld into the valley would be an easier place to begin. Just gotta figure out the... We can recede back a little bit in some places. Maybe even do this. Just leaning in. Okay. Okay, Tim Tactics is teaching me how to fix my autocorrect. Correct. I can't talk, I'm so sorry. Open settings, tap system keyboard, on-screen keyboard, select Gboard. Depends on if your iPhone or Android on how to turn it back on. It's an Android, so I go into settings. System. Tap system. Okay, I'm out of my depth immediately. I'll probably Google that later. Because I honestly forgot about the autocorrect thing. So it's not impacting my life too much. So far. If it becomes a bigger problem, I might start to care. Okay, so we got this base of where it melts into. So let's draw the ridge line to show, to make it a little more 3D, so you can see all the trees building up and then it falls off. And there's some trees that deep down into the cavernous part here, where it slopes down for the ridges of the mountain. And I'll draw more than this. It's just a good way for me to build up. Tree. Timtacus. What I hate about TikTok is your limited text space to give explanation. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard, because what if you want to give out some more detailed stuff? It's just hard to want to interact too much. But I guess also the delay as well makes it hard to be able to talk efficiently with whoever's streaming. You have to be paying pretty close attention, which can be hard to do. It's a lot of multitasking stuff. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. I'm thinking. I like part of it. I don't like all of it. I didn't draw that on a different layer. I wanted to. I didn't. Let me go back. I think what I can do is I can add a layer to that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. Awesome. Okay, so Tactics, there you go. If you check your DMs, I sent you a full explanation. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I'll definitely check that out. That I can definitely do. When I'm able to sit down and focus a little more. I think I can build on top of this. I think that's what I'll do. So I'll build on top with a different color to give it more depth. But right now I'm laying down the groundwork of where the trees are. So we got, let's do like this. Little clump here. Oh, there we go. There she goes. Yep. Hi, Chris. Nice to see ya. I'm struggling to draw mountains. I thought I was gonna be able to, I thought this would be easier than it was. And now I'm realizing mountains have a lot of details in them. So I'm trying to build up a strategy for doing this. I don't know. I like it in some ways, but not others. What was that? I always look away. Let him cook. That's funny. I don't know. I don't know if you should let me cook. It might not become anything. Might not become anything. This is also more painterly style than I actually like to do. I like to do line art first, but I don't know, I was feeling overwhelmed. The amount of details that mountains have to be able to do that. Oops, I have eraser on. That's not what I want. It builds out into the valley here. There's like this lighter brown that exists underneath here that might help flesh it out a little bit more. So we've got like this vein here. Draw it smoother. Something like that. Sorry, that was my phone. I didn't realize my notifications sound was on. Okay. 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 Okay, I don't want to lose all the snow though, but I don't think I will. Because there's not that much of this brown. I think the ground is this color though, so let's... the plains. So this here should be that color. There. Okay, okay. It's becoming something. It's becoming something. It's becoming... It's looking like I'm intentionally doing something. Okay, let's do... maybe a little more here. And then in this ridge, maybe there's like a little pocket of the brown there. Oh, I missed a little spot. Oh, it's not drawing there. There we go. My touchscreen was being weird. And then I feel like there's a big one here. Like that. Close that up. Beep, 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 beep. Oh boy. Okay. Ooh, look at all those roses. Wow, Chris. 13! 13 roses. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whoa, that wasn't it. There's 2 more. So 15. 15 roses from Chris. Chris is a real one. Never forget. Whoa, 12 more! Okay, well that's more math than I can do. So, all you did was embarrass me. Hello, dog fox. I like emoji usernames. Okay, I want to add more of the shading and lighting for the snow now. Just cause, I don't know. Okay, so it's like this purpley blue. I feel like. That's what it looks like. I have to look carefully. I have to think. Purpley, let me see how it looks on here. That's just 2. I don't know if that's right. I think it needs to be maybe lighter. Maybe a bit lighter. I want to see the composition and see if I'm happy with how the colors look next to each other. Let me test it out. Let me try drawing out a shadow and see if I like how it looks. So this is all shadow here. Kind of goes like that. I'm worried that just looks like water. I feel like that's not doing what I want it to do. Maybe I can just test out different colors, see what I like better. That definitely just looks like water. That's not the right color. I don't know much about color theory, but let's build off of this main color. like blue. The shadow is definitely like this blue or purple, but I don't know how to make that look. Maybe the shadow is purpley. Maybe it's because it's, let me go back to, is that my OG color? Yeah, so that was my OG color. If I take this layer and I make it opaque, oh, it turns purpley. That's interesting. I don't know if you can see that. Whoops. It's like purple. Okay, go back to this. And then, okay, there we go. Maybe I'm just afraid. Maybe I just need to commit to the color and it'll eventually be what I want it to be. I'm not sure. I'm so uncertain. Let's go with that. Let's go with that color. Let's see what this does. Let's just give it a shot. Whoa, 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 whoa! Touchscreen went wild. Let's do that shape. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I think I was just doubting myself. I think I was just overthinking it. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That looks like a shadow. That looks like it's working. Yay. Yay. Experimenting with style and methods in front of other people is a bit intimidating. So I'm going out on a limb here. I'm really putting myself in a vulnerable position. Yeah, so I feel like this would be a lot of shadows here. What's a shadow? Nice cool shadow. And we have that sliver of sunlight in there. I feel like let's add some, maybe some ridge. We have the shadow there, and then what happens is there's a tiny sliver of sunlight. So it'll be like that here. Like, yeah. Yeah. And maybe this like goes down like this and it actually has deeper. Let's make that a deeper. And then it's gonna be like this, and it's gonna swoop. This is gonna end that ridge. I think like that. Just like so. Just like so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Glorious. So yeah, the way this graphic novel goes is the main character uses nature a lot to ground themselves. Mainly mountains is their main symbolic grounding method. So That's why I'm trying to figure out how to draw mountains, because I'm gonna have to do it a lot. Tim Tactics asks, what are you doing? Just curious. Yeah, I'm working on making my own graphic novel. I was initially planning to hire an artist to do it for me, just because I'm not that skilled or experienced of an artist, but the script I wrote was really long, and so being able to afford an artist and pay them fairly was just not going to be doable with the money that I make. So what I decided instead was, instead of rewriting it to just be a regular book, I decided to teach myself to draw. I dabbled a little bit in doodles, but I just am not experienced. So I've been spending the last year, like, spending a lot of my free time just drawing, just trying to get anything decent done. So you drawing a mountain? Yes, trying to. It's like this little mountain range. I got a picture pulled up, trying to kind of draw it. We'll see. I've got the plains down below, I've got these ridges, and the dark color is supposed to be, I guess, the trees and the bushes, because there's a lot of dark. So I'm doing big shapes first, and then I'll build in detail later. I live in Northern California, right at the base of the Rocky Mountains. Yes, so this, I believe, is from the Rocky Mountains. I think it's one of those ranges in there. So it looks like it says Mount Nebo. I don't know how it's pronounced. Nebo. So I got that reference photo just from Pinterest. Mount Shasta or Mount Lassen. It says Mount Nebo, although it could be wrong. Nebo. I think it's in Utah is what it looks like, because it has the account that posted it says Utah Guide. So it's a Utah mountain. That's Rocky Mountain range, right? They have that in Utah as well. It goes all the way down there. As far as I understood, that's what I thought. Okay, let's draw more. And this picture that I'm looking at has snow. So that's why the base color is white. It's like warm white color. It's gonna join here. We've got ridges and ridges. The Rocky Mountains span across 6 primary U.S. states: Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Then this must be a different mountain range, unless you just couldn't fit it in the message. But yeah, they hike a lot in the script as well. They go up into the mountains, so I'm gonna have to also know how to draw nature, like trees and bushes and all that, like that type stuff. Trying to decide how many more ridge shadows to draw. Maybe if I do like this cool little shape like this, and it falls down like this. Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico. Okay, cool. I was like, I thought it was in Utah as well, but honestly, I did not take, what's that subject called? It's called geography. So I'm not well educated on where things are, even in the country I live in. Because my family moved around a lot, so that happened to be a course that just kind of missed me. Took a lot of math, though. My starting point is English, phonetics, spelling. I used to be such a stickler for spelling when I was in middle school. Phonetics, gotcha. I'm using voice-to-text translation, so sorry about the typo. That's fine. Again, I used to be a stickler about it. Not so much anymore. There's more important things to care about. Except for, I do still get irritated at, I'll see TikTok videos where the captions, or, not the captions, they'll type out the title and they clearly spelled something wrong that's not something hard to spell. Although it could be somebody young making the video and they just don't know how to spell very well. Or it was just a slip, but it just seems very common now. I don't know. Sometimes it's just the knee-jerk reaction of being like, just try to spell things correctly. But also trying to rectify that it's not that big a deal. It's okay for people to misspell things. I have 6 young adult children, so I don't mind helping with correction. It's a learning experience. Yeah, and then English as a language as well, it's really clunky. From what I understand, it's just hard to learn, and the rules, there's always an exception to a rule, whether it's speaking it or writing it, the grammar of it. I know a bit of grammar, so I disagree. English mechanics are the most accurate out of every language, in my opinion. Oh, interesting. I don't really know much about other languages. I took Spanish a lot, but I never really got good at Spanish. And then I took American Sign Language for a little bit. So grammar is like, I don't have much to compare it to. That's just based off of what I've heard people say, so... I understand the rules of it plenty. I think I have a hard time explaining it, though. But wielding the language properly is another thing entirely. Yeah. And I want to be understanding about that. So learning a new language, too. If it's not your primary language. If you're learning a second language at all, then bravo. Bravo to you. I do want to try and learn more languages, but, I don't know. It'd be quite the undertaking to do alone. Speak a small amount of at least 14 different languages. Wow. So you really do know, like, comparing English rules to other languages. You're, like, basically an expert. Like French, German, Italian, Spanish, etc. My dad, I think, used to be fluent in Italian. I don't know if he's used it much since he was in his 20s, so I don't think he is anymore. I know a few Filipino dialects like Tagalog, Bisaya, Ilocano, Ilonggo. I didn't realize there were so many dialects. I did not know that. Huh. Interestingly enough, there are a lot of dialects for even American Sign Language, which is funny. Like, they'll have different signs for other words, stuff like that. So, 183 dialects in the Philippines? That's so crazy. That's so interesting. I love that. Nationally, the Philippines speak English as their first language, and then Tagalog, then a regional dialect. The third is... Gotcha. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. That's crazy to me. I never would have guessed. I never would have even... It's not something I've thought a lot about. I agree, isn't it just like language because it's communicating? Yeah, language is so complex too, and I believe it's ever changing. There's always little adjustments or even big ones that are happening to it. So like, it's just, because it's I think culturally influenced as well, so I guess grammar, at least for English, was their attempt to standardize the language. I took like this Shakespeare class in college, and having to read that version of English is just mind-melting to me. I had a really hard time being able to actually read it, and then having to refer to the citations or the cliff notes or whatever. I was just like, this is a different language, essentially. So it's very interesting how much it can change. Like, even something small as an example for how English has changed is the hyperbolic use of the word, like, literally. Just made some adjustments to even, like, dictionary references to the word, so... Technically, words don't have meaning. People will assign meaning to the words. Yeah, it's just a sound that we do with our mouth, and we're like, it means this. They are merely vessels of conveyance for idea. Yeah, it's like, and it seems almost like sometimes limiting in the way to be able to communicate with each other. Just because there's things that I've wanted to communicate, but I was like, I literally don't even have the words to communicate it. I can get close to what I want to say, but it's not really telling you. There is a limited barrier in being able to get somebody to understand what you're trying to communicate, which is probably why conflicts happen. It's just misunderstanding, which is unfortunate, but boundaries on expression, yeah, exactly. That's why as human in communication we learn to extrapolate and elaborate. Yes. I think intent and the drive to try, even if it's not originally landing, is important. Put in effort, essentially. So that's a lot of the shadows for the mountains here. Let me add more. There's like a different brown color happening. It's like a warmer brown. Let me see if I can... It looks like it's for rock. The rock part of the mountain that's poking out that doesn't have snow on it. So let's go to like this warmish orangey brown. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that is the correct. And I think I want it under the other brown that I have. Let's see. So there's a lot of mountains, or not mountains, rocks that seem to jut out near the top. Whoops, that's not the right. I meant to do this. Nope. Let me zoom in a little bit more so it understands what I'm trying to do. Little rocks. Little rocks. Little rocks. And then there's even like little tiny slivers of rock in between the snow. In between the snow, in between. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Kind of getting into the more small details now to fill it out. Oops. Oopsie. I feel like this is going pretty well now. Starting to feel a little bit more confident. Feeling a little bit better. Let's see. I feel like there's even rocks down below. Right? Is that what I'm seeing? I think it is. There's like an in-between color between the shadows and... Well, there's the light from the sunset. So let's actually find that color next. Trying to decide. Probably should be more of this yellowy gold. I'm waiting for the coffee to get done. For your own coffee for the morning. Is it morning time for you? I already have my coffee. I downed that immediately. Although, I stayed up late, so I wonder if maybe I should have a little bit more. But I always think that, and then it's a mistake. It's almost 10 a.m. I'm in California, but I had a late night. Yeah, it's about 11 a.m. here, so I definitely slept in. I think I stayed up to maybe like 1 a.m. or something last night. So, is this a good color? That's the eraser. That's the eraser. That's not gonna color anything. Let me see. No, that's not as warm as I want it to be. I want it to be a warm yellow. Got TikTok in the cartoon. Pippi going on for background noise. Pippi. I'm trying to figure out what that's supposed to be. I'm like trying to figure out what that was supposed to be. Popeye. Yak. Yak. Is that warm? Is that a warm light color? Told you autocorrect kills. I was like, I could tell it was autocorrect, but I was like, I can't even figure out what it should have been. Sometimes autocorrect be that way. If I go real warm. Is that looking like piss instead of... Yeah, I'm looking at the picture again. This is not what I want. This is not... That. I think that's the color. But and then there's a little bit of pink in there too. But I think I'll add that in after laying down the base of the orange. The base of the orange. So, what I can do is do a blurring effect. Let me duplicate this to... Whoa. Let me duplicate to experiment. So in case this goes wrong, I can go back and try something else. So, let's just go... like this on that layer. And then there's like a little bit of pink. So let me find a good pink that I like. Ooh, like a peachy. Oh, that's cute. Let's try that. And then I'm gonna experiment. Let's try just doing a blur effect. See how I like that. How blur should I go? Not that much blur. Not that much either. I need to see the orange still. I kind of like it. I kind of do, but it is making the white of the snow just disappear entirely. So it's not doing entirely what I want it to do. So let's go back. Let's undo. Let's just blur the orange and then maybe add pink after. More blur, more blur. Blend that in. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of adding. Kind of is doing it. And then pink? I don't know. I don't know. How do I... Let's... I don't know. Feeling uncertain again. Maybe along the ridge tops. Like that. Like so. Give it that little blush. And then we'll try to blur it again. That's kind of good. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not sure. Here's what it originally looked like before I added all that stuff. I feel like it's okay. I don't know if I'm loving the style overall. Oops. Let's draw little tiny trees. Let's draw some little tiny trees. Oops. It's so small that it's having a hard time detecting what I'm trying to do. No, actually, let's just do literally tiny tree. Let me go to the correct layer. Little tree. Little tree. Little tree. Little tree. I thought I found a good playlist for the last stream I did, and then, because I thought it was like copyright free, and then it turns out it wasn't. So I'm trying this playlist now, and it's a little silly. Okay, how does that look from far away? I don't know why I'm not happy. I don't know why. I'm just not. I think just because I like doing line art, and this is not line art. I'm wondering if I should just scrap. It's not bad, it's just not the style that I want. I've been drawing for an hour. This is an hour's worth of drawing. And I'm... I want to... Let's get crazy. Let's try line art from the top and see if that makes me feel better. Let's do gray so I can So let's do, okay. We have this here. This kind of lumpy shape. Tiny lumps. And it builds up and scoops. And it's got this little point. This little point here. I'm playing Texas Hold'em poker on my PlayStation, drinking coffee, and trying to follow your drawing. Oh, that sounds like a chill morning. That sounds really nice. It's a good Sunday. That's Sunday vibes right there. I love that. In an attempt to learn to draw quickly, I started this video series where I award one of my followers who comment and follow a free piece of art. They get it for free. They get to request what it is I draw. I record the whole process and then I email it to them. They have some free art. Because I don't feel comfortable charging people either. I don't know if it's good enough to charge them for. So, yeah. That's something else that I do to try and get my art skill up to snuff. It's been really fun, actually. I've been introduced to a lot of new IPs and games or stuff I had not heard of, but was like, the last piece I did was for a mobile game called Battle Cats. And that was, I think, one of my favorite drawings I did for the series so far. It's a very cute style, so I had a good time with that. Lump. Lump. It's a little more soft, but we'll put in some sharp edges eventually. We'll put more in. Maybe if I zoom in on the photo, that might help me a little bit. Let me try to figure out how to build up from here. So what we have is the ridge line. Ooh, excuse me. Pardon me. So I try to stream every weekend. It's a new thing I'm trying. So Saturdays are for gaming streams. I'm playing through a game called Octopath. It's a RPG, a turn-based RPG, fantasy RPG. And then Sundays are my drawing day for me to work on my graphic novel. Now that I have finished the script, once I get the beta readers to read through it, I'll start officially drawing pages on live. And then maybe I can get tips or opinions on it while doing that. That would be very helpful to me. Okay, so there's this. Okay, now that I'm zooming in, I can see that there's this smaller ridge here that actually goes in front of these other mountains. This actually dips down like this and kind of meets it a little bit down here. It's a little more zigzaggy than it should be. I'm thinking based on how this is going today, I'm thinking I should look up other art styles that other people have done to draw mountains to see if I can find some tips and tricks to make it look a little bit better. I feel like that would help me. It's coming up with it on my own is a bit difficult. It's a bit tricky. Alright, my screen keeps changing on there. I'm trying to see what it is, but I don't see any... I don't know. Weird notifications, I guess? I'm not sure. Okay, well. Well. Okay, and then there's like this other slopey sausage egg McMuffin for breakfast. Oh, that sounds... You know what I just realized? I forgot to have breakfast. Huh. Wow. I do have a snack here, though. I have my dried cranberries. So thank you for reminding me. Well, now I just want that. Now I want what you have. You just did a public service? Straight up. The first thing I wake up and think about is coffee. That's the only thing that I'm, like, alert about and make sure that I get. Food, for some reason, depends on the day, I'm just, like, space out. Especially when I know I have a lot of stuff to get done. I feel more driven to get stuff done than to make sure I eat, but then it's hard to get stuff done when you don't eat. So thank you very much. There is a different ridge. Okay, so this also seems to come down, intercept, come down to the ground. I do want to redraw where the plane begins, where the plains meet, where the mountain range starts. These have their own little triangle thingies. Although not like that. That was bad triangles. It's hard to describe what they're doing. Because it's kind of giving triangle, but if I draw the triangle, I don't feel like it's actually doing what it's showing me here. I'm starting to worry this is an AI picture of mountains and not real. I am starting to worry. Hopefully it's not. This slopes. That's an important detail. Slope. And then kind of like that. Kind of like that. And this. Nope. Nope. Not that. There's just so many ridges on mountains, man. It's a lot of small details. Why did I have to put mountains in this book? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Okay. think. This pulls out almost like a river into the ocean. The ridges of it. Oh, I keep having an eraser on. I don't know why that keeps happening. See, I think I like line art more. I think I am liking this. I never learned to paint. Painting, I never approached that, so I'm not familiar with how to build that up and make it look good. Nope, I don't like that. Don't like that. I like these kind of slopes. Like this. And there's more of this that just slopes in. Like that. Let's define this more over here. It should slope up. And it has this little something like that here. Something like that here. Little dabble there, little dabble here. Dibble dabble, heeble habble. This is where the rock should be. Let's try to figure that out more. I want a breakfast sandwich so bad. I'm totally gonna get one after. Or make one, something like that. That is so the vibe. And there's big rocks over here. Big old rocks. Chillin', chillin', chillin'. Being chilling. do that. And then there's clouds. There's clouds in the sky. A little wispy. Little wispy. Actually kind of happy about that cloud. Oops. Oopsie daisy. And then let's do a little tuft of cloud here. Cloud, cloud, cloud. I wonder if I should do a crash course on drawing nature backgrounds. Maybe look up some YouTube tutorials. I feel like I overestimated my ability to kind of just figure it out. I think I need more training and practice on that, for sure. I don't like that cloud. That cloud looks silly. Goodbye. Okay, we got the clouds. We got the clouds. Okay, but the whole point is this is just the background. I was supposed to be drawing the character in front of it too. So. But how was I gonna draw? Did I even get a good pose for that? I don't know if I got a good reference photo for that. Once I know I'm tired, I didn't really prepare well for drawing today. This would be a better photo for me to have drawn from. Reference. Oh well. Let me just find a good reference photo for drawing the main character. Just the pose thing. You could try this. I don't know. It was a weird one, but I'll try this. Okay. Too big. Too big. Change that to a circle, please. So we've got head. No, not like that. Not like that. Are we having fun yet? I think I'm having a decent amount of time. I feel like I'm just more uncertain than anything. There's some days where what I'm drawing, I'm like, yeah, I can see clearly in my head what I want to do with it, and I know how to accomplish it. It's not one of those days. I'm just hoping I could pull something off that I'm happy with, and I very well could be that I don't draw anything that I like. I've got a scarf. Whoops. Freaking eraser. Get out of my life, eraser. Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee. So you can get a visual on what I'm actually doing. Got rid of the background for the moment. Nope, 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 nope. Don't like that. Don't like that. I don't think I've drawn this right. Legs are a bit tricky. Anatomy of legs. Wild. Lift you up. Look at you. Her hands too small. Okay, so in the reference photo, she is wearing ice skates, but that is not what I want to draw. Let me finish her face and then I'll find maybe a photo of some shoes. Oh, no. No. Ah! I don't know. I feel like I'm just burnt out on drawing the character for this. Just because I've been practicing for so long, I feel like I can't decide the style. Now I just don't even know how to draw anything. Too much of it. And don't draw, do something else. Yeah, I am going on vacation next week, so I think that'll be a well-deserved break. It's been a lot of hard work. I think I need to relax for a little bit. There's plenty of things in life to do that bring enjoyment. Yeah, I think you're right. I think forcing it isn't gonna help anything. And I don't have to get this done by a certain time anyway. Oops, I accidentally disconnected the wire from drawing. No! There we go. So I think a break is in order for sure. And maybe if I try drawing something else too, that might help. Instead of having to figure out this book for the time being. So I can just let my creativity flow again. I do wonder how to draw hair. I've been struggling to figure that out as well. I think I'll look up some stuff when I am feeling up to it. I'm not sure I know how to draw her hair entirely. of. That's kind of, yeah. I think her legs are just longer than I want them to be. I think I need to, let's just resize that. Maybe if I go like this as well, just chop them down a teensy bit. Something like that. Maybe I just don't like her pants. Maybe her pants are just not what I want. Her pants. Her pants. So maybe I can go away. You know what? Yeah, I think I just want to get rid of that. I just want to start that over. I think I'm just doing that wrong. Let's draw a shape. Let's just draw a shape to help me figure out what I want to do. Shape, shape, shape. See, already I'm making that mistake. I'm drawing it way too long. Okay. That's starting to make sense. Let's start from up here then. For the hip. Hits. Hip, hip, hip. Hippity dip. And then come here. And then come here. Nope, nope, still not good. Still not happy with that. No, no, no. No, no, no. I think this photo, the pants she's wearing are just black, and so I'm having a hard time seeing the details of what I want to do here. So maybe I should just make it up, and maybe I'll get somewhere. Maybe I just want a more dynamic pose. So let's... Okay, so what she has to have hips. Whoops. I don't know why I'm struggling with the pen so much. But I am. Chris says, "You're doing good." Oh, thank you. I don't know, there's parts of it where I'm like, I feel like I keep making the same mistake and it's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm not sure how to fix it, so there's just some things that I'm getting held up on. Like, what the heck even hips look like? I don't know. I'm so in my head about it today. Straw is so tall, but she's supposed to be short, so I just need to stop doing that. She's a short gal. She's a shorty. Let me shorten her arms a little bit too, I think. Just a wee bit, please. Yoink. And I want her to look a little more surprised. Or anxious, one of those two. So we adjust the eyebrows, that might do that. She kind of looks mildly annoyed. Could be the mouth. Could it be the mouth? A heart to me? A heart to me? Is that new? I think that was new. Thank you, Chris, for the heart to me. Sorry, my signal keeps going out. Don't know what that's about. The cord is a little finicky. Don't know if that's getting what I want. I'm trying to figure out what mouth shape would. Minimalist mouth shape. Get rid of this line. Don't know what that's about. We're getting somewhere. Somewhere where I'm at least a little satisfied. You know what? I feel like just the whole shirt. I drew a little too flowy and big. Just a smidge, so let me just adjust that as well. Yoink. Okay. Oh, shoes! I forgot about the shoes. Still have to do that. I want to change the shape of those pants. Two like that. Two like that. Now I need shoes. In the last 10 minutes, I gotta draw shoes. Ah! Let's put the mountain range back in. The vibes. I'm gonna do like boots. Oops, that's an ad. Clicked on that and took me somewhere else. I'm so tired. I'm so eepy. Shoo. Shoo. Shoo! Shooing it up. Shooing it up. Hi, Casanova. Hi, hi, hi. I've been struggling today on this drawing. I think I'm just too tired. Stayed up late. Stayed up very, very late. Having a hard time focusing. Getting this to do what I want it to do. Oh boy. Shoe. There's a shoe. It's not bad. It's not bad. Oh no, you'll be fine. The life event will meld into the art. Yes, I hope so. I hope it just all comes together. And honestly, I'm also ready to just kind of move on and work on new stuff. Learning to draw is such an undertaking. It's kind of fun though. There's been a lot of good moments, but I don't know. I'm just tired today. I'm just tired. Let's slap down some colors in the last 6 minutes. Just quick, lazy coloring. Blue sweater, how about? Maybe some dark blue jeans. That's real dark. Maybe that's too dark. It's not really a blue jean color. Still too dark. I don't want it to be too dark. We need to be able to see. A heart! Thank you. Thank you for the heart. How sweet. That's more of a blue jean color. That's a blue jean color right there. And, let's see. What colors do you wear? What colors? There's a lot of blue. Maybe we'll do a gray for the scarf. And, maybe some brown boots. Some brown boots. Here, there are some brown boots. What about this color? What layer am I on? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Heart times 5? Times 5! Wow! Sorry if that already happened and I just didn't notice. Casanova, I always bought the darker blue shades to hide dirt and other messes. Very smart. Very, very smart. I also just like the darker colors more. Just the dark shade of blue. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's a bit orange. I don't want it to be. I want it to be more peachy. A little too peachy. Let's go lighter. There. And she's got specific shades of blue for her hair, but I don't want to take the time to find that right now, so I'm just gonna... Where's that, like, periwinkle color? And she's got some bright blue tips. Blue hair. Something like that. That's kind of the general color composition, I guess, for her. I'm not gonna be able to clean it up fast enough for this stream. Oh, sorry, my eye. My eye is itchy. Trying to figure out how I want to draw her face still. Like, how much of it I want it to be cartoony, how much I want it to be close to realism. Still can't really decide. Slash, am good enough to be consistent yet. Is there a way to save certain shades for future art sessions? Yeah, but I just don't feel like going back and finding where I have that saved right now. Just because I have a lot of art pieces in the way. Just because we are running out of time. I got 2 minutes left. I don't want to... This is basically it. I did it approximate. It's a lot of blues, so... And I also might change it up. Like, I might change my mind on what I want her hair color to be anyway. But Procreate does make it really easy to just copy and paste the colors from. I'm just lazy today. Just lazy. I'm gonna have some friends beta read my graphic novel for the story pages. So once I hear back from them and then I make those final adjustments, then I'll start drawing these pages for real. You'll get to see some sneak peeks on those pages. Oh no, I'm super late. Yeah, it is pretty late. I actually started on time. I'm trying to be better about starting on time. But I'll post the whole stream on YouTube like I do. It takes a long time for TikTok to prepare it for download, and then for my computer to download it, and then for me to upload it, so... But I will get that posted today, if you want to check that out later. Sorry you couldn't make it on time. Your presence was missed. I do appreciate that you show up. Also, the last stream that I did for drawing, I was talking about, oh, I thought I found a copyright-free playlist. Then I posted it on YouTube, and it was like, you have copyright music in this. And I was like, come on. The title of that playlist on Spotify misled me, so I'm hoping this playlist was more honest and accurate about the fact that they didn't have copyright. Alright, well that's all I was able to accomplish today. That'll be the end of the stream this time around. I'll see you guys next weekend for a stream. Check out, again, my full stream of today when I post it later. And, yeah, just look out for any updates on my graphic novel. I'm working really hard. And I'll be on vacation next week, so I'm gonna try and vlog it. I've never vlogged, so I don't know how that's gonna go. But we'll see. Thanks for stopping by.